Thank you, Laura, and welcome to Winnipeg. After a wacky and wild week number 10, we are set to kick off week 11 with two teams on the opposite end of comeback thrillers. We thought this crowd, another sellout here at Princess Auto, couldn't be more fired up. Well, now they are. On the tee, Ottawa sends it away. As Trey Babel will return it from his own 25-yard line. Jumps across to the 35, then 40, wrapped up and sent back there. He's in at left tackle to protect Zach throughout the evening. They'll begin on the ground as they do so often with Brady Oliveira. And Javon Santos knocks grabs on for dear life. And it's a Winnipeg first down 4 now as flags come out.
Major foul, face mask, Winnipeg number 69. 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
Locked down and then got to the second level in the linebacking core. Watch big 69, the right tackle. He just slides down up to that next level in the middle linebacker, but you do see the right hand. Santos knocks on the face mask. The correct call was made. There's the face mask, right hand.
Winnipeg fans, I'm sure, happy to see Brady Oliveira charging downhill early. Now they'll empty it out 3 by 3. Claro, 6 options and completes this pass. And underneath, it is Jarrett Stearns as he's surrounded by the rest of the Winnipeg offense.
Take a look at that O-line up front. Gabe Wallace will play in there for Vanderpool again. This will be his 7th start. Injury situation has put Wallace back in there. He's at normally the 6th offensive lineman. And Brady Oliveira was their leading receiver against Calgary. I didn't make a mistake there. He was their leading receiver. Had 100 yards receiving against the Calgary Stampeders. I'm sure Zach wants to change that as much as he loves throwing it to Brady.
Well, now they split him out wide and down the shoot. It is Nick Dembski. What a throw by Colaros on the fly and make it 80 straight games. Nick Dembski with a grab. Hanging on as this time they'll go back inside to Oliveira. Michael Krisak, the fullback, in the formation as well, and plunge their way forward through this Ottawa defense that will have to deal with number 20 all night long.
Mufta Ajeli is going to be playing in the interior of that defensive line. Canadian out of Windsor, Ontario. U-Sport All-Canadian, and there is one of the most active, productive linebackers in the game, and Darius Pickett leads the team in tackles. DeAndre Lamont is going to play halfback for Amari Henderson in the back end.
Henderson down with a knee injury, and Lamont stepping in from a depth role in the team the last couple of weeks as they'll blitz Pickett right into the jet play, and is that Dylan Mitchell getting absolutely walloped. Well, he's got a kicker who's worthy of the distance based on last week.
No question.
63 yards. Sergio Castillo last week against Calgary. This one a little inside and straight down the middle. Brown digs in for the first time here tonight in the place he used to call home. Goes to the outside, hangs this one up. Justin Hardy climbs the ladder, cuts it back across the 40, and dives down to the 30-yard line. You don't think of Justin Hardy going vertical, but on full display.
He just pulled his Gino out of his pocket. This is a Gino Lewis type play, but Hardy can do it too. I mean, first of all, nice route, get to the outside on Dexter Lawson Jr. I heard the panel talk about it in the pregame show, the matchup between the wide receivers and receiving core in Ottawa against a young Winnipeg secondary. There's example 1 is what they were talking about.
Hardy now 7 of 11 on contested grabs this year. That one was spectacular. They'll hand off a little end around Daniel Adeboboye. Solid pickup on first down. On first down, empty it out. Brown looks to his left underneath. There is Gino Lewis. It's pile driven backwards, but he's got the first down. Adeboboye is in the game. They will hand it off in between the tackles on first down, going nowhere. Winnipeg's defense stacks that one up as the Ottawa offense looks like this.
Better up front, playing together when Peter Godberg got back in the lineup a couple games ago, and he injured and coming out of training camp. There's Justin Hardy with his big game against the Argos in that comeback, and already a highlight catch here tonight.
You know, Lewis only has 4 catches in the score zone. They're all touchdowns. Justin Hardy only has 4 catches in the score zone. They're all touchdowns. Those are their go-to inside the 20-yard line. Brown, plenty of time, rips this one to the outside, and a flag does come out. That time, Braylon Addison, the intended receiver out there.
Pass interference,
Cam Allen.
Winnipeg, number 0. Automatic first down.
Braylon Addison on the outcut. Okay, that was the penalty, or that's what they called.
9 carries, 5 touchdowns on the year, and the ball is out underneath. And if Crum get back on top of it, just barely, but backwards they go. The crowd is into it. Brown, hands off, inside. Attaboye leans for the end zone. No call yet. They get a look at the spot. Dustin Crum back into the ballgame, takes the snap clean, rolls to his left, got stood up and turned around. Thumbs down from Tony Jones and co.
From the left, the right side of this defensive line. That's Kyrie Wilson and Tony Jones coming off the edge from the linebacking core on the line of scrimmage, fighting their men off. Kyrie Wilson takes the O-lineman, puts him on his back, and Tony Jones takes on the block from Attaboye.
Backed up deep in their own end, Winnipeg goes to work. Hard count, and they just got a jump. Leon Lang, eyes to the sky.
Yep.
Offside.
Sneaky veteran.
Ottawa number 90.
Well, it's deliberate, as you know. I mean, important.
Coloros goes back to work after the free 5 inside. Brady Oliveira lunging towards the 10-yard line. In with the short yardage unit, deep in their own end, take the snap. Never in doubt. The push that Ottawa dearly needed with their second turnover on downs inside the score zone this year. But Zach is back. He's back to his old tricks, slipping it underneath. Dembski gets another out to the 30-yard line. Coloros fakes the flip inside, looks to the flats, now sidearms this one. Tight coverage on the play. Jarrah Stearns, the intended receiver, and there is DeAndre Lamont at Illinois State, second year, stepping in and making a nice play in coverage. There's a 5-man rush, and Zach with pressure on, rolls away from it, trying to escape. He does from one man, then two, and then takes the seat right in front of Javon Santos-Knox as chase being given first by Adarius Pickett. Jamison Sheen gets set to boot this one away, and pressure on, he does, but it affected the kick, no doubt, as Khalil Pimpleton catches it on the run, around his 40.
5 against Toronto.
The round begins with an inside handoff. There's William Stanback churning his way through this Winnipeg defense.
Well, Willie Jefferson, we talked about in the pregame show, he's at it again. 9 knockdowns. That leads all defenders in the Canadian Football League. Swatting the ball away. Tony Jones has settled in nicely at that middle linebacker spot. Always key on that goal line stand. And we'll talk about the corners as this goes on, but Trey Babel gets a start for Terrell Bonds.
Ottawa going with a silent count, also trying to sneak to the line of scrimmage so the crowd couldn't get into it. But then they had to wait as now Jefferson gets held. And Brown thinks he's going to create a little something special on the sideline here, but this one will go backwards as
you're going to have to double team.
Ottawa number 59. 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
To enjoy as a bomber. They'll flip it out to the flat. It's caught. Braylon Addison's got a long way to go. Gets flipped upside down. Coming downhill once again is Cam Allen out of Bluefield, Virginia, making the play.
Knocking the ball down.
Pressure on, blocked. It's up in the air, rolling around, and picked up. A flag comes down. And who got on top of it for Ottawa? Was that Kenny Onyeka? And they'll have to sort this one out. Got to think the flags are no yards, but
no yards. Ottawa number 85. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down, Winnipeg.
Big chunk of field position here as well, Suits.
Who got it?
Tanner Schmeckel. Yeah, thank you for not messing this up.
Yes.
Appreciate it. As Coloros goes back to work. Great field position here for the Bombers as he checks it down underneath to his leading receiver last week. As Brady Oliveira gets wrapped up and thrown down by the one, the only, Adarius Pickett. Not supposed to hear the double thud. Coloros looks downfield on second and long. Throws into a tight window. Javon Santos-Knox was flying out from linebacker and delivered the blow on Carrick Wheatfall, but he held on to it.
They need to activate this guy to help out on Nick Dembski. He started the season on fire, on a 100-yard game right out of the gate. And in the last 5, you can't, when you combine all the yards in the last 5 games, they don't match what he did in that first game against the Lions.
Played the football, might have had a pick there, but he went body. And it needs a Winnipeg first down. Now looking to the end zone at the end of the first quarter. Up in the air, Jarrett Stearns brings it down from the Winnipeg sky.
Jarrett Stearns looks at this and says, Justin Hardy, I can do this. I'll do it in the end zone. Very similar. Well-covered receiver goes up and just takes the football. That's a Darius Pickett. Ready tonight. 1 for a touchdown.
4th touchdown of the season for Jarrett Stearns. 1 quarter of play. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they are up 10-0. Tons of energy inside the building here, Glenn Suter, and the big touchdown, the big play, the worst way for a defensive back to get beat. Football from Winnipeg. First quarter of week 11, picking right where week 10 left. That's big hit on special teams.
What a hit.
And once again, second time, I believe.
Ethan Ball, yeah.
Begin with a handoff inside. Ottawa's trying to lean on the first down running attack here, Suits, but it's not going anywhere. Pressure look. Brown checks at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time on the play clock. As Winnipeg does send the heat. Adams giving chase as Brown rolls out to his right, buys as much time as he can, and then has to just get rid of it. And it's a 2-and-out.
But they had the big 4th quarter against Toronto.
No doubt. See if they can protect Leone on this one. He gets a high spiraling boot away, drops down to Trey Vavel. Inside his own 25, makes a move at the point of attack. Great open field tackle, though. Wrapped up and brought down.
Checkdowns. No, not really.
Oliveira goes back to the ground attack here and plunges up inside. But yeah, I mean, there's also this idea of he knows what Zach's capable of. There's the Redblacks defense after that touchdown pass earlier, and now he gets it outside. And Dylan Mitchell will enjoy that much more than his first touch of the ball game when he got absolutely popped by Bryce Carter.
You want to be a cameraman.
CJ Colden there in coverage on the last play, and he's right there once again. Down past 9 on the season. Finally more than interceptions. He's also got 8 of those. As now he'll flip it out to the flats and was looking for Oliveira. And sometimes you got a 2-way go and you find a stop sign out of nowhere. Edmonton, the big late game scramble. They'll bump out Oliveira. And Claros will screen it back the other way. It's Dembski. Plenty of open field. Crosses the 30. Turns on the jet. And he's in a race once again with a Darius Pickett. As the Ottawa defense gets shredded by the screen game.
Block right here on the safety. Bennett Williams. Watch how Neufeld comes out here. Now he's going to pull. Stop it here. He's the lead guy trying to find a DB, and how hard that is for offensive linemen, I can't tell you. It's tough to get them. They're too quick. He just steps into him and takes him out.
Pretty here. Up 10. Looking to score again. Pump to Michael Chris Ike. Come back across his body. Big hit inside the 5. It's Justin Howell, the free safety, who lays it on Carrick Wheatfall, but once again, deep inside scoring territory. Late substitutions here from both sides, but the short yardage package is in. Chris Strevler, in behind Chris Kolinkowski, plunges his way forward. And the 6th opportunity here for Chris Strevler to reach the end zone.
That Strevler inside the 5 is often running those quarterback sneaks.
Absolutely.
Okay, got a new one. Let's go.
And absolutely hammers it. Added a 100-yard single he had as well last week. As the coverage unit down on Khalil Pimpleton. Flags come out behind the play, and He'll be escorted out of bounds that time. Jake Kelly.
Defensive back, not just a returner.
Take a stretch run here. Brown turned around and had a face full of Bombers. He might have had the back door there to Keelan White. Were they trying to sneak him out the back door, I wonder? But the clock was up. This time he looks over the top into the defense, and it is pass interference. Bang, bang play, but for the second time, it's Agent Zero on his fellow circled compadre, Cam Allen.
Winnipeg 0. Automatic first down.
This zone drop turns into man because the receiver's in his zone. Allen plays the ball. Contact is made, but it looked clean. Well, he bumped him a bit early, but he's up there playing the ball. The defensive back has the right to play the ball as well. He can't go through the receiver to do it. Well, I guess they thought it was enough contact.
Set up the screen here for Addison as he tries to cut back. Wrapped up and brought down. Tony Jones is absolutely everywhere. This one's a toughie. 2nd and 12. Pressure on. Willie Jefferson almost got home. It is complete. And it will be shy of the sticks. This distance, he's 8 of 12 on the season. Make it 9 of 13.
Offense, Willie Jefferson on defense.
Laros also 4-0 at home in West Finals, and they'd love to play it here with a Grey Cup.
But
Zach looks downfield, now takes the flats, goes right back to Claricius, who tries to earn it the hard way and can't get it done. Rallying up with CJ Colden and DeAndre Lamont. Templeton last week crossing the 1,000-yard mark when it comes to combined yardage. They'll try to add some onto it here. Does just across the 20. Downfield making the tackle. Here's Ayers as well as.
Remain even keel with everything I do.
And then Brett, we were all saying, well, maybe that's why you get along so well with Drew Brown. Maybe that's why this thing works. As Daniel Adeboboye gets pushed out of bounds. But 2nd and 6. Brown looks to his right, over the top. As Home gets his 3rd of the season.
I think the intended target was Justin Hardy. He's going down the sideline, straight go route. Now he is looking for over top coverage. And Evan Home is over the top, playing the football, and the throwing motion from Drew Brown needs a little help from Evan Hardy there, who ran right by it. I think that Hardy even saw Home coming.
As one, Evan Home had 2 coming in, make it 4. As Home has his 3rd. A runaway lead for the Winnipeg defense when it comes to interceptions on the season. Back resets, goes with the quick snap at the line, fakes to Oliveira, and throws this one underneath. That was into traffic. Joey Corcoran suits us running into the flats, and somewhere hiding in behind was number 10, Nick Dembski.
Yeah.
9 yards away. Sergio Castillo to add on to his stellar season. See if Drew Brown can get his rhythm back. No interceptions last week. Got one here to Home just a minute ago. Is this one on the fly right in front of Evan Home is complete. Braylon Addison. Winnipeg responds by loading the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run right into it, and the Bombers respond. In the Canadian Football League. In tough here again on 2nd and 10. Brown loads it up. Templeton down the seam. And good battle back and forth. No flags down. Ottawa gets set to send this one away. The 3-minute warning again. Protection a little dicey, and Leone just has to hammer it. The waiting arms of Trey Vattel catches it at the 10. Nice jump cut. And he'll give a return of about 14 yards that time. Pickett shows blitz, comes off the edge. They'll run away from it. Brady Oliveira gets turned back inside.
Defenders.
2nd down and 10. Laros rolls to his right-hand side. Pressure is on, and will flip this one up in the air. Incomplete. At the line of scrimmage and the throwaways, and you go, is it 90%?
Yeah.
It's Templeton trying to track this one down, and Sheehan heads it towards the sideline as Drew Brown heads back out onto the field. Redblacks guard. All running vertical and over the middle, throwing at nobody is Drew Brown. Miscommunication that time. As Addison splits out wide late, uses the waggle. Brown looks underneath on the crossing route, forces it into traffic, and should have been intercepted. You know, ate a little bit of Bomber's shoulder pad as well after the incompletion. Back and forth possession goes here at the end of the first half, and Trey Babel pushed out of bounds.
Another cornerstone guy.
Yeah. Oliveira in between the tackles, heads downhill, and takes a couple of pops on that shoulder. You talked from that game in week 2 as well, quietly, as Matthew Peterson came in, as this one's complete underneath, and it's Wheatfall. Great completion to move the sticks. Clock rolls, inside a minute remaining in the first half as they lead 20-3. Pressure on. Zach somehow gets away, and yeah, looks for someone deep in the bench. Looks like Connor Shea, their first-round pick, might have caught that one in the Bombers bench.
When you got to get your hands up.
Receivers out for Claros. They'll screen it underneath. Brady with space. Chris Polankowski gets a shove in the back. Gets a block. And the leading receiver for Winnipeg on the road in Calgary is flying here at home.
Down the field, little bit of a nudge there.
Claros trying to screen it back to Oliveira once again. Yeah, sometimes the speed to distance ratio is just a little off. 30 seconds remaining. Clock rolls. Flags come up.
Procedure. Winnipeg number 67. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
17-point advantage. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Claros with a clean pocket and throws this one up for grabs, intercepted. And CJ Colden digs it out from the turf. So a threatening drive that certainly looked like it would at least end with a Castillo triple will be scoreless.
Opportunities by both teams now. 2 drives, potential for points before the half to add to the lead for the Bombers. Taken away, that's 3 points. Taking a look at that catch, make sure the hands are underneath, and they are.
Those 3 points at the end of the half. Silent count once again for the Redblacks as Brown throws this one to Gino Lewis, and the catch radius on full display.
Corner, but he's new to this game.
Winnipeg sends the house. They'll just throw it up for Gino once again. He had one-on-one, and I think Drew wanted him to go and take advantage of that height advantage. He's up as the lone receiver to the top of your screen. Go back the other direction. Keelan White, the rookie, makes the grab and stops shy of the 55 as time expires. Ottawa gets their choice after deferring to begin the football game. Blue Bombers and Ottawa head coach Bob Dice certainly knows his team is in tough. He's seen them do it before, though. He's field level with Britt Dort. The organization as a whole believes in the group that they have, led by Drew Brown, as a flag comes up, likely offside against the Bombers to begin the second half. And Khalil Pimpleton.
Half for Drew Brown.
Offside. Winnipeg 16. 5-yard penalty. Free kick.
Castillo leans into it. Drives the football down inside the 15-yard line. Trying to follow Daniel Adamaboye, who was the off returner. Interception late in the first half there from Zach Claros. Didn't hurt them, but rare to see as they begin again with that inside handoff on first down.
Down RPO play.
Plenty of movement in that defensive front. Brown says to keep the play on. Time to go to work. Brown fading to his left, gets hit, but completes. What a beautiful throw. It was a chuck and duck for a second. So I was just trying to get rid of it, but what a gorgeous throw.
He's going to try and come and give pressure on Drew Brown, but William Stanback is going to step in, playing that tailback spot. He makes a key block, so there's no edge pressure, and that gave Drew Brown an extra second.
Willie Jefferson told us this week he wants to make sure William Stanback can't get his momentum going downhill. We can stop him before the wheels start turning, we're good. This time Stanback will pass protect, they'll flip it out to the flats. Jalen Aston makes the first man miss, and then the cavalry arrives. Playing off the run game.
It's effect.
Standback does go downhill, lowers the shoulder, runs through 3 different bombers for a first down. Throw to get back into games. See if they go back to him here. They do. Bouncing off the first tackler, puts his head down and gets all the way to the 30. Should have been tackled after a gain of 1, maybe 2. Ottawa goes heavy as they hand it off. Standback once again, and this time, little stutter step. Couldn't get running fully downhill. In the first quarter, down on the goal line. Here he goes on 3rd and 1, takes the snap, and didn't get much of a push. We'll see where they spot it, but it looks like it is a first down. Get over here. We got to get a play called. And now, the ageless one, Jake Thomas, goes for a jog into the backfield, but was he drawn?
Procedure. Ottawa number 65.
Yeah, the
5-yard penalty.
sell out here at this
Night like Winnipeg. Go to work the next day. Who cares? Time to lose my voice as Brown up against it, rolls to his left. Thomas gives chase. Brown buys time, cuts back to his right. In the middle of the field, and did Hardy reach forward for the first down?
Did he make the catch first? Look, they're out of the ball quickly here. Well, I don't know. It didn't look like he did.
Say incomplete.
Yeah.
2nd down and 15. Brown working against the noise. On Standback to switch over. Barely on the line was Gino Lewis, allowing them to throw this very close once again to the first down marker for Khalil Pimpleton. That is a wild throw under the circumstances for Drew Brown. Not going with Dustin Crum. Brown, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions when he's down inside the 20, looking deep into the end zone, and William Standback kind of sneaked the big man out of the backfield, incomplete. A lot of walking around defenders for Brown to decipher here, and they don't know how to protect it. Brown backpedaling and then steps forward, somehow gets away. On 2nd and 10, he'll backhand shovel it for the first down to William Standback. Magic from Brown.
Drew Brown. I can't believe it either. And this crowd is silenced. How did he escape this? Kyrie Wilson is free and then ducks between both of them. And I think that was Willie Jefferson on the outside, and then the underhand throw as he's going down to his tailback.
You know where he learned that?
Wow.
Zach Delaros.
Like,
how many times have we seen Zach?
I mean, and for William Standback to figure this out and get over there to present a target. Well, you and I both saw the same thing. When Drew Brown got up initially, he walked it off, was walking back. We go to replay to show the magic, and it looked like he was fine. And then halfway through this walk back to the huddle, something didn't feel right, and he went back down. Training staff came out.
Dustin Crum is in the ball game at quarterback for Drew Brown. As Crum fakes the run and then will take off. And the dual threat ability of Dustin Crum, 1 snap, 1 score. Uses his legs. An obvious concern for Drew Brown on the sideline, but a touchdown for the first time here tonight for the Redblacks certainly helps.
Well, and he will take advantage of what we've been talking about with Drew Brown, pulling it once. This time it's the same setup, same play, and he does pull it. And you can see the space that he has around the edge.
Lewis Ward ready to knock through point number 10. With a 20-3 lead to open up the second half, an 8-minute touchdown drive for the Ottawa Redblacks, and it's a 10-point ball game right now. Zach Delaros, first touch of the second half, and immediately dodging pressure and gets away, and somehow Zach, who's only run 6 times this year, goes for a little jaunt and picks up some yardage with his feet. Hamstring, so a little bit of shuffling on the back end for Ottawa against Brady Oliveira, who tries to get the first down on the ground and gets stacked up inside. My goodness, he is having a night. Had some great plays on special teams and getting plenty of reps on defense as well. As Khalil Pimpleton catches this one right next to the sideline and patiently waits. Field is no motion. Khalil Pimpleton into the backfield, now back outside for a quick screen. And back to the sideline, pushed out of bounds, but it's another first down And no helmet there for Drew Brown on the sideline, and I don't think we need an update from the Redblacks. That looks like he's done for the evening. Coordinator just to dip into his Dan Lefevre bag of tricks here and try and find some successful plays for Dustin Crum. That one won't help. It was on the money, dropped by Khalil Pimpleton. Keep everybody fresh as this time they'll blitz the house. Knocked down! Well, we're used to Willie Jefferson and his 7'4" wingspan, but Jake Thomas gets out the Willie celebration. How did if Jake missed it, though?
Yeah, he was right in the line, wasn't he?
Almost blocked again. Leone gets away. Trey Vavel crosses the 40, cuts back, has some breathing room. Marco Dubois shuts the door, not fooled whatsoever. Word on the sideline that Drew is not officially out. They're just waiting and continuing to observe as Winnipeg flips this one out to the flats. Kevin Sklercius, just a rotating door at this point, but trying to find a way to get a stop here on 2nd and 8. Collaros fades this one up into the lights. It's up for grabs and incomplete. As Wheatfall in a battle there one-on-one with Gavin Heslop.
Looking through the receiver, back towards the football, and throws that left hand up when Wheatfall tries to reach for it.
Bombers with 2 outs on 5 of their last 6 drives, going back to the second quarter as well. As Heslop, 2 years spent with the Seattle Seahawks as an undrafted free agent, hops up north in his first career start, makes the play. This one gets touched by Pimpleton, then he's run into. And sloppy 200 career rushing yards. We'll see if they go to him here. They do to start off the drive as Braylon Addison gets just enough to seal the edge and stand back once again downhill. Redblacks fighting against the crowd noise, sorting out protection. As Crum gets hit, held on to it as long as he could, and finally hits the deck. Tanner Schmeckel.
Fight through a double team really there.
Third-year man out of the University of Regina Rams program. Makes the play. Now Trey Vavel crosses midfield. Massive collision. He will line up there. He's the last healthy defensive back they've dressed here tonight. Over the top, Garrett Wheatfall running right into the waiting hands. At the end of the play of King Ambers, you see him, number 27 right there, as Wheatfall loses his bucket, makes the big grab over the middle.
And making that hit.
Davian Taylor, the one that forced the helmet off of Wheatfall, but 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Collaros against some pressure, gets it away to the outside. Dembski bounces off 1 tackler, 2, 3, and finally brought down inside the 5. And the third quarter will end. Redblacks have an opportunity based on what we saw from Dustin Crum and the chance that he's now been given with Drew Brown getting dinged after having a sensational play, backhanded shovel, getting it to William Stanback. But Winnipeg's offense kind of in a rut right now in front of friends and family as Collaros takes the snap, hands it off to Brady. First touchdown of 2025 for the reigning MOP.
There it is. Time to really grab onto this game is time for Brady Oliveira. Dembski gets him down there. Oliveira finishes it. First touchdown of the season for number 20.
I wonder if Collaros went over, gave him a little helmet tap and said, I told you you'd get in there at some point. I don't think any of us were doubting it.
Was Brady trying to coach the O-line up of how to talk to the camera?
The lead restored. 27-10. As Pimpleton trying to get instant offense, and a flag comes out late as he was trying to cut his way back and ran into a wall of white special teams coverage.
During their turn,
Evan holding down.
Ottawa number 99. 10-yard penalty. First down, Ottawa.
Crum to begin the proceedings here will sail this one over the intended receiver to start the 4th. More to the right, and now the flag comes out, and Mike O'Shea pointing down at the play clock.
O'Shea is celebrating his sold-out crowd.
Crum against 4-man pressure, checks it down underneath. Daniel Adebaboye, massive hit from Brennan Cranby, but bounces off of him. And Adebaboye just refuses to be tackled this season. Somehow he got the first down from a check down.
Boye, because Cramney had him well short right there. Just didn't wrap up.
And everything from his film at Bryant looked just like that. He's been doing that for a long time. Drafted 15th overall by the Argonauts back in 22. Now here in Ottawa, bouncing off tacklers is a little change of pace. Go with Braylon Addison, who Tommy Condell never afraid to use as a running back. Bill Pimpleton knew he was going to sign up to be a lead blocker, but found a way on that last one. Underneath, Gino Lewis gets the first down. And 87 to communicate to and get things going. Steps up in the pocket, pressure on. Underneath, Keelan White gets hammered. Trey Vavel.
A little attaboy to Vavel.
Third overall pick, earning his keep. This one, quick throw up in the air, up for grabs, and they'll say incomplete. As Evan Holm back in the game, good to see him after he was getting help from the training staff.
And it just was, you saw Holm coming right downhill full speed. It looked like he was going to take that one to the house.
Up down to 5. Ottawa gets it off, and Crum once again standing tall and just ripping it. Settling for a 46-yard field goal. As Lewis Ward never in doubt, but that one will be widely discussed in Ottawa. Begin with a quick play action throw. Evans Clercius running directly into 2 tacklers. Flight clock a little bit here as he goes hard count. Ottawa stays put, and then he'll check it down underneath. Oliveira leans forward. He needs to get to the 50, and the spot looks like he'll have more than enough. And now a flag comes out behind the play.
After the play, 10-yard misconduct penalty, Winnipeg number 69. It's first down.
Wow. Lorenzo Malden, left of your screen, and he's okay till now. And then this is the part I think he got the penalty. He flopped right there. And right at the top of your screen, he's right there, and he's going to roll over top of him.
Comes back into the ball game. Regardless, it's 1st and 10 from the 40. Oliveira as Ottawa starts trying to rip at the football. Hangs on to it. To the right of Zach Collaros. Hand it off to him again. Jump cut. Bounces off one tackler. Leans his way forward to the 55 as Oliveira 80 yards after contact. Not afraid to lower the shoulder and get busy as Collaros gets hit on the throw. This falls incomplete, looking for Nick Dembski on 2nd down, so Ottawa will get the football back. Jamison Sheehan, see if he one-steps this one and goes right or left. Does hammer it down. Picked up by Cole Pimpleton.
Seen it tonight.
A great environment. Brutal if you're a backup quarterback coming in like Dustin Crum. As he completes another one. And Gino Lewis.
Players know what they need to do.
And this one nearly taken away by Willie Jefferson, but Gino down the sideline. It's another Ottawa first down from Crum, and the entire protection scheme is pressure on. They get it to Braylon Addison. Wrapped up by Evan Holm. Crum, who is usually the short yardage quarterback, goes in and would have it, but I think William Stanback rolled forward.
Procedure. Ottawa number 31, 5-yard penalty.
Another one for the crowd.
From 2nd and short yardage to now working further down. It's tipped at the line, and it is caught. Will they still go? Pimpleton somehow change of direction on a dime. Fought back to the football.
It's half of what it was on the last decision by Bob Dice.
Offense is staying. It is 3rd and 2. Fresh defensive linemen are in to rush. Jay Person, Tanner Schmeckel, Jake Thomas all came off the sideline. Crowd noise is in. Crum's got to find a way on 3rd and 2. Inside handoff, Stanback, cut it back. Crum got a block, and Evan Holm finally brings down William Stanback, but not until he crosses down to the 32-yard line. Crum looks to throw, but Puts it low and away for Braylon Addison, who makes the grab. And back to short yards they go. 2nd and 1. Takes the snap. Goes underneath. The original rush looks like Kyrie Wilson was coming over the top, and referee Tim Croker gives the signal. 1st down. 1st and 10. Crum steps forward. He'll use his legs. Lots of room to the 15, to the 10. Crum breaks a tackle and wrapped up at the 7 or 8 yard line. Had 14 missed tackles forced, leading all quarterbacks coming in. He can use those to his advantage. After the 3-minute warning. Crum, pressure on, fades, throws the crossing route, hung it up in the air, and incomplete, looking for Geno Lewis. Another opportunity here on 2nd. Crum to the outside, throws an absolute dime. Justin Hardy into the end zone.
Talk to his teammates and playing with this level of efficiency. Kept this drive alive. Great throw to the outside to Justin Hardy.
Angle. There was not much room at all. And Dustin Crum fitted in.
Did not go onside.
Ward hacks it down to the 20-yard line. Ray Vavel. Coverage unit all over it, but not until he reaches the 40. He's silent. Will watch on is a big stick. Oliveira got the call, and Michael Wakefield was all over it. Takes the snap. Pressure on. Zach gets it away. Caught. Dembski. Forever the pressure release needed for the home crowd.
And he's coming from this side on a deep crosser, and all that Zach Collaros needs is a little bit of time to wait for him to get there. And Pickett crosses everyone's zone because he's just playing the play. He says, you know what, they're throwing it to Dembski. I'm just going to take him across the zone. That wasn't his side of the field at all. But he knew the play. He knew what the guy that he wanted.
They're nearing Ottawa's side of the field. Heavy team is in. They'll play action. Flip it out. Jared Stearns blocks in front. Tried to stay on his feet. Skips his way just inside the 50. For yardage, this is 2nd and a long 3, but they're happy to grind this one out on 2nd and 3rd. And Strebler looks like he's got maybe a yard on that one, so now 3rd and 2. Minute 14 remaining. Well, out comes Sergio Castillo from forever away.
Another bomb necessary, and it's dead air in here. I don't see any wind at all.
63 yards last week. Thought it was for the victory.
Oh, man. Can he do it again?
Nothing is moving. Snap, holds, kick. Castillo looking at it. And Pimpleton's got room to run. 1 minute remaining in the ball game, and Pimpleton's got it across the 40. Down the sideline. At midfield. Khalil Pimpleton returns the missed field goal for the touchdown. Shock and awe in Winnipeg.
Wow. Come on. So we're carrying over from week 10. We're just going to carry it over. This kick started right down the, well, just to the inside, and then faded outside. Pimpleton with room. No flags. Down the rail with an escort. Wow.
Lorenzo Malden out in front, helping the return as well. One of your sack masters from a couple years ago, emotional leader, is now Lewis Ward. Nails this one through. Tie ball game.
Trying to fight off. Let's see if the hold, how that looked from Sheehan. Pimpleton, you know, I'm thinking at this point, midfield would be a great start with a minute to go for Crum. And he just hit another gear, and goodbye.
117 yards. Goes from sit on the football to score the football. But first, the return. As Vavel has an adventure at his own 25 and heads to the sideline. Dembski and company can do first. On first down, Zach loads it up for Dembski. Right down the middle of the field. High up in the air and intercepted.
King Ambers at Dembski's route. Stem him up the field, back to the post, and he's in behind coverage. But the closing speed from Ambers gets there, gathers himself, and this time there's no reach over the top by the receiver to win the play.
Colaros knows he just missed it. Was only going to play special teams, but there he is with a game-changing interception. Can Dustin Crum get out of his offense into great starting field position? That won't help with Braylon Addison.
Have to punt it and give the Bombers any time. There you go.
Playing a dangerous game, knowing the leg of Sergio Castillo. Winnipeg has a timeout as well. There has been a blocked punt earlier tonight. They have to protect it, and they do. Right down the middle of the field for Trey Vavel. He's got about 10 yards of running room, and the coverage unit is all over it. A Darius Pickett. Not plenty. Let's see if Colaros will pull a rabbit out of the hat. He'll step forward, use his legs. He's got room to run. Can he get into Castillo territory?
It's in range. It's in range.
12 seconds left.
Do you risk one more play? One more, get it in the middle. Get an extra 4 or 5, take a little pressure off Castillo, but he's in his range now.
From here it would be about 57.
He wasn't short on that last try. It was wide.
Great point. Yeah, it was the accuracy. It wasn't the length. The power of Castillo's leg unquestioned at this point as they'll look to throw it to the outside, and ice in the veins of Nick Dembski. That is well within Castillo territory. It just threw what could have been a game-ending interception.
It looks like a quarterback going straight to the Hall of Fame when he's done playing. Stepping in there, understanding he's got the time to make that throw and make the catch. Take his receiver right to the sideline and give his kicker a chance.
Ian LaRue will snap. The punter, Jamison Sheehan, is the holder as the clock strikes 0 here on Thursday Night Football in Winnipeg. Castillo, as flags come up. The kick is good.
That's the flags.
And the penalty is against Ottawa. He misses the bomb. It goes back for a touchdown return to tie things up.
Ottawa. The penalties decline. The field goal is good, and the game is over.
But Winnipeg finds a way here at home to move to 5-4, and it's some Redblacks redemption for Sergio Castillo.
Don't question the decision on the Castillo miss, and he knew he was going to give him another chance. I think right now Dustin Crum, who did a very good job coming off the bench for Drew Brown to get this game to a tie with the help from the return from Pimpleton, is going to question the time management when there was 30 seconds left. They had a first down in their own end.
Third career walk-off game-winning field goal for Sergio Castillo as he and Lewis Ward, some mutual respect right there, deep in conversation.